All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are jumping right into the very first habit for personal effectiveness, being proactive. Seriously, this is the foundation for everything else, and it's all about mastering your own personal vision.
So, let me ask you something. Have you ever had one of those days where you walk into work feeling great, and then it all just gets torpedoed by a grumpy coworker or one frustrating email? You know that feeling, right? Where you feel like you're just a pinball bouncing off of things happening to you?
It is such an easy trap to fall into. I mean, we get pushed around by traffic jams, by the rain, or even by what the source material calls the social weather. Basically, the vibe and the attitudes of everyone around us. Feeling like our environment is in the driver's seat? That's incredibly common.
But what if that's not actually how it has to be? The core idea we're going to unpack here is, well, it's a game changer. It says our behavior is a function of our decisions, not our conditions. It's not about what happens to us, it's about what we choose to do about it.
Okay, this right here, this is the whole secret. Between the thing that happens, the stimulus, and how we react to it, there's a little gap, a space. And inside that space is our freedom, our power to choose our response. This ability to just pause, it comes from our uniquely human skill of self-awareness. The ability to step back and look at our own thinking.
So, this power to choose, it basically leads us down two completely different paths. It creates two fundamentally different mindsets. So let's put them side by side and really look at the difference between being reactive and being proactive.
And what's so fascinating here is the language we use. You can literally hear the difference. A reactive person says something like, "He makes me so mad," right? They're putting the responsibility on someone else. But a proactive person, they'll reframe it. "I'm choosing to let this make me angry." Just listen to the language you use. Words like, "I have to," or "I can't." That's victim language. Proactive language is, "I choose to," "I will," "I prefer." It's the language of taking ownership.
Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but how do you actually do it? How do you practice being proactive? Well, it really just comes down to one thing: where you focus your time and your energy. And the source material gives us this great visual of two circles to explain it. So first up, picture this giant circle. This is your circle of concern. It's filled with all the stuff we worry about but have basically zero direct control over. The national debt, politics, what other people think, how they behave. It's a huge circle, and it can be full of a lot of anxiety.
And then, nestled right inside that big one is a smaller circle. This is your circle of influence. Now, it might be smaller, but it is packed with power. This is where you'll find everything you can do something about: your habits, your attitude, your skills, how you treat people.
So the whole game is understanding the difference between these two. And then you have to ask yourself the big question, right? Where are you spending your time and energy? In the circle you can't control, or the one you can? See, reactive people get completely stuck in that big circle of concern. They're constantly complaining, blaming, and focusing on problems out there. And all that does is create negative energy. And here's the crazy part. The more you focus on what you can't control, the smaller your actual power to make a difference, your circle of influence, gets. It literally shrinks.
But then you've got the flip side, which is just awesome to see in action. Proactive people pour all their energy into their circle of influence. They're not worried about the haves. If only I had a better boss. No, they focus on the bees. I can be a better employee. I can be more patient. I can be more prepared. And this positive, constructive energy actually makes their circle of influence get bigger and bigger.
Okay, so how does this whole proactive thing work when you mess up? Because let's be real, we all make mistakes. So let's look at the proactive way to handle them.
First things first, we gotta face a hard truth. We have total freedom to choose our actions, 100%. But what we don't get to choose are the consequences. Those just happen. They're governed by natural laws. But, and this is the proactive part, we always get to choose our response to the consequences.
So the proactive approach to a mistake is this really simple but super powerful three-step playbook. Don't hide it, don't deny it, don't blame anyone. Step 1, acknowledge it, instantly. Step 2, correct it, do whatever you can to fix it. And step 3, the most important one, learn from it so it doesn't happen again. When you do this, you literally turn a failure into a success.
So why does all this matter so much? What's the ultimate payoff? Well, being proactive isn't just some nice little productivity hack. It's not about managing your mood better. It is the absolute foundation of self-mastery.
It really comes down to this. Who is in charge of your life?
Think about it. Every single time you make a small promise to yourself, like, I'm going to get up when my alarm goes off, or I'm going to finish this report, and you actually keep it, you're building integrity with yourself. You're developing strength of character. You're proving to yourself bit by bit that you are someone who can be counted on, and that is the foundation for everything else you want to achieve.
And this is what the source material calls the first private victory. It's so important. It's all about winning the battle inside yourself first. It's about making that fundamental shift from being a passenger in your own life, just being acted upon, to grabbing the steering wheel and becoming the driver. You master yourself before you try to change the world.
At the end of the day, this is what it all boils down to. This is the core message of Habit 1. You are not a victim. You're not a product of your circumstances or your DNA or how you were raised. You are the creator. You are the one who is responsible.
So, are you ready to give it a shot? The source material lays out this awesome 30-day challenge. For 1 month, just one, work only inside your circle of influence. Don't complain, don't blame, just focus on what you can do. Make small promises and keep them. See what happens. So the question to leave you with is this. What is one thing, just one, in your circle of influence that you could start working on today?